Three billionaires landed their helicopters here last week. No one saw them arrive. No one knows where they stayed. This resort doesn't appear on Google Maps. There are no public reviews, no social media posts. And there's a reason for that. These places cost the same as normal ski resorts, but they've mastered something money usually can't buy: complete privacy. For the past decade, ultra-wealthy skiers have been quietly abandoning Aspen and Vail for destinations you've never heard of. Places where lift lines don't exist because most people don't know they're there. Where the snow is untouched because access is restricted in ways that aren't advertised. Today, you're about to discover 10 ski resorts that operate in absolute secrecy. Some require insider connections just to book. Others hide behind corporate fronts. And the final resort on this list? It almost didn't make this video because revealing it breaks an unspoken rule among those who know. But you deserve the truth. Let's begin where the 1% disappears. That helicopter landing wasn't an exaggeration. These resorts exist in a parallel skiing universe where crowds, Instagram influencers, and tourist buses simply don't reach. From mountains in Europe where booking requires a personal reference to North American hideaways protected by geography and silence, this journey reveals how the wealthy ski differently, not through price, but through knowledge. Number 1 will make you question everything you thought you knew about exclusive ski travel. Let's start where secrecy begins. Number 10 is Silverton Mountain, Colorado. This place has exactly one chairlift. 1. Most resorts have 20, 30, even 40 lifts. Silverton has one, and that's precisely the point. Located in Colorado's San Juan Mountains at 10,400 feet elevation, Silverton isn't technically a resort at all. It's a guided skiing operation on 26,000 acres of ungroomed, avalanche-controlled terrain. No condos, no village, no ski school for beginners. When you arrive, you sign a waiver acknowledging you're entering expert-only territory where falls can be fatal. The wealthy don't come here for luxury. They come for something rarer: complete solitude on genuinely dangerous terrain. Here's what most people miss. Silverton limits daily visitors to just 475 skiers. That's fewer people than a single lift line at Vail on a Saturday. Billionaires discovered this place years ago precisely because it lacks everything traditional resorts offer. No fancy lodges means no crowds taking Instagram photos. No groomed runs means serious skiers only. The nearest town, also called Silverton, has a population of 637 people. You won't find a Starbucks. During winter, this former mining town becomes a staging ground for helicopter access to terrain so remote, you're more likely to see a mountain goat than another human. The secret? Silverton's limitation isn't price, it's skill requirement and isolation. While Aspen charges $209 for a lift ticket, Silverton charges $159. But Aspen has luxury. Silverton has silence. And for those who value privacy over pampering, that difference is priceless. Best time to visit: January through March for the deepest snow and smallest crowds, though crowds here means maybe seeing 50 other skiers all day. Number 9 is Monte Rosa Ski, Italy. Most skiers have heard of Cortina, Curmile, or the Dolomites. Almost no one outside Italy knows about Monte Rosa, and that's exactly how locals want it. Spanning 3 valleys in the Aosta region, Gressoni, Champaluk, and Alagna, this interconnected ski area offers 180 kilometers of slopes across pristine alpine terrain near the Swiss border. Here's the thing. Monte Rosa receives the same snowfall, has the same vertical drop, and offers the same jaw-dropping views as its famous neighbors. But it has 1/10 the visitors. Why? No international marketing. The resort deliberately keeps a low profile, relying on word of mouth among Italian families and a small circle of international skiers who value authenticity over status. But here's what most people miss. Monte Rosa is a freeride paradise. The off-piste terrain here is legendary among those who know, with descents dropping 2,800 vertical meters through untouched powder bowls. Local guides, many of whom are third-generation skiers from valley families, know routes that never see tracks. These aren't groomed Instagram backdrops. These are legitimate backcountry descents where one wrong turn means triggering an avalanche or getting lost in terrain with no cell service. The villages themselves, Gressony-Saint-Jean, Champaluk, Alagna-Valsesia, are authentic alpine communities where residents speak a Franco-Provençal dialect called Walser German. You'll find family-run trattorias serving polenta con cia, not Michelin-starred tourist traps. Wealthy skiers from Milan and Turin keep vacation homes here specifically because it lacks the scene of Kermeal. The lift ticket costs €54. Comparable resorts charge double. The trade-off? You need to speak Italian or hire a local guide. And you won't find luxury shopping, but you will find what money usually can't buy: mountains that still feel wild. Number 8 is Kicking Horse Mountain Resort, Canada. Located in British Columbia's Purcell Mountains, 2.5 hours west of Calgary, Kicking Horse operates in the shadow of more famous neighbors like Whistler and Lake Louise, and it prefers things that way. This resort has Canada's 4th highest vertical drop at 1,260 meters, champagne powder that rivals anything in the Rockies, and an average of 7 meters of annual snowfall. Yet on weekdays, you can ski all day and never wait more than 2 minutes for a lift. Here's why the wealthy discovered it. Kicking Horse is far enough from major population centers that casual tourists don't make the drive, but accessible enough for those with private planes. There's a small airstrip 15 minutes away. The resort itself has only 3,500 skiable acres, which sounds modest until you realize 85% of it is advanced or expert terrain. This isn't a family resort. It's a technical skier's dream with couloirs, cliff drops, and bowls that require legitimate mountaineering skills. But here's what most people miss. Kicking Horse's real secret is Eagle's Eye Restaurant, the highest restaurant in Canada at 2,347 meters elevation. Billionaires don't just ski here. They helicopter directly to Eagle's Eye for lunch, bypassing the resort entirely. The restaurant serves wild game and regional wines in a space that seats just 60 people. You won't get a reservation during peak season unless you know someone. The small alpine village at the base, Golden, has a population of 3,700. No designer boutiques, no nightclubs, just a quiet mountain town where locals still outnumber tourists, and where seeing a wealthy tech CEO at the grocery store buying firewood is unremarkable. Best insider tip: ski the stairway to Heaven's Zone early morning before anyone else arrives. You'll have 1,500 acres entirely to yourself. We're only 3 destinations in, and you've already discovered ski resorts most people will never hear about. If you're sitting there right now, maybe planning your next ski trip, maybe just dreaming about fresh powder, buckle up. What's coming next gets even more secretive. But quick, if you're enjoying this, hit that like button. It helps other skiers discover these hidden mountains. Now, let's keep moving. Number 7 is Steuben am Arlberg, Austria. Most skiers heading to Austria's Arlberg region go to St. Anton, Lech, or Zurs, world-famous resorts with world-famous price tags and crowds. They drive right past Steuben without stopping. This village has 90 permanent residents. 90. It's technically part of the massive Arlberg ski area, which means Steuben's lift ticket grants access to 305 kilometers of slopes. But here's the secret. While 30,000 skiers descend on St. Anton each day, Maybe 200 make it to Steuben. The village sits at the western entrance to the Arlberg Pass, essentially a mountain crossroads that most travelers pass through without realizing what they're missing. Steuben invented alpine skiing instruction. Hans Schneider developed the Arlberg technique here in the 1920s, yet it remains virtually unknown. Here's why billionaires choose it. Steuben offers direct access to Zuurs and Lech, two of Europe's most expensive resort towns, without the expense or crowds. You can ski the exact same legendary terrain, including the world-famous White Ring Circuit, then return to Steuben, where a comfortable guest house costs €120 per night instead of €800. The wealthy who know Steuben aren't trying to be seen, they're trying to disappear. Local families have run the same small hotels for generations. There are no luxury chains. The village has 3 restaurants. That's it. But here's what most people miss. Steuben sits beneath the Albona area, a north-facing powder sanctuary that holds snow longer than anywhere else in the Arlberg. When St. Anton slopes are tracked out by 10 a.m., Steuben's faces still have fresh lines at 2 p.m. The locals call it Steubener Schnee, Steuben snow, and they guard its quality fiercely. Best time, late January through February for the deepest snow and absolute minimal crowds. Number 6 is Grand Targhee Resort, Wyoming. Located on the western slope of the Teton Range, Grand Targhee receives an average of 12.7 meters of snow annually, more than almost anywhere in North America. It has stunning views of the Tetons, 2,602 skiable acres, and terrain that rivals Jackson Hole just 45 minutes away. Yet most skiers have never heard of it. Here's why. Grand Targhee is technically in Wyoming, but you can only access it from Idaho. This geographic quirk means it's off the main path for tourists flying into Jackson Hole. The drive requires crossing Teton Pass in winter conditions that turn back rental cars. So while Jackson Hole hosts 500,000 annual visitors, Grand Targhee sees roughly 150,000. For wealthy skiers seeking privacy, this isolation is perfect. You get legitimate steep terrain without the Jackson Hole crowds or attitude. Here's what most people miss. Grand Targhee operates largely on Forest Service land, which means its expansion is limited by federal regulations. The resort can't build more lifts or luxury condos, even if it wanted to. This regulatory cap ensures it will never become the next Aspen. It physically cannot grow beyond its current footprint. Billionaires who discovered this bought the limited real estate decades ago. Now, properties at Targhee rarely come on the market. The base area village has maybe 300 beds total. Compare that to Vail's 30,000. On powder days, locals talk about Targhee powder, dry, light snow that accumulates so quickly the grooming crews can't keep up. The resort embraces this chaos. While other mountains obsess over perfectly manicured slopes, Targhee just opens the lifts and lets nature do its thing. The vibe is pure mountain culture. You'll see more subaris than Range Rovers in the parking lot. More locals than tourists on the slopes. And that's exactly why the 1% keeps coming back. Best insider move. Stay in Driggs, Idaho, 15 minutes away, where you'll pay half what Jackson charges and eat at restaurants where actual cowboys still drink after work. We're past halfway. If you're still here, you're not just watching, you're discovering how the ultra-wealthy actually ski. Most people scroll away by now, but not you. And that's why I saved the most exclusive resorts for the final stretch. Before we continue, if you haven't hit subscribe yet, now's the moment. Next week's video will blow your mind. Let's keep going. Number 5 is Engelberg, Switzerland. While the world obsesses over Zermatt, St. Moritz, and Verbier, serious skiers quietly slip away to Engelberg, a monastery town 90 minutes south of Zurich. This resort has the longest vertical drop in central Switzerland at 2,000 meters, accessed by the world's first rotating cable car, the Teitli's Roadair. But here's the thing, Engelberg doesn't market itself to international tourists. It caters to Swiss locals and a small community of freeride addicts who understand what it offers. The town itself has a Benedictine monastery founded in 1120 AD that still operates today. Monks make cheese you can buy at the abbey. This historical anchor gives Engelberg a legitimacy that purpose-built resorts can never replicate. It's a real town with real residents, not a corporate ski village. Here's what most people miss. Engelberg's Lob Zone offers some of Europe's most accessible extreme terrain. We're talking 55-degree couloirs, mandatory cliff drops, and powder fields that require avalanche certification to access legally. Yet because Engelberg lacks the international fame of Chamonix, these runs see a fraction of the traffic. Wealthy skiers from Zurich and Munich keep this secret closely guarded. They helicopter to the Teitli's Glacier on powder days, ski untouched lines, then return to town for fondue at family-run restaurants that don't take credit cards. The resort also has a unique quirk. It's one of the few Swiss destinations where English isn't universally spoken. If you don't speak German or aren't with a local guide, you'll struggle. This language barrier isn't accidental. It's a natural filter that keeps mass tourism at bay. The lift ticket costs CHF 74, about $85 USD. Compare that to Zermatt CHF 99. You're paying less for terrain that's arguably more challenging. The trade-off? You need local knowledge or a guide, and you won't find luxury shopping. Best time, March and April when the Teitli's Glacier still has deep snow but the valley has spring sunshine. Pause. If these secret ski resorts are surprising you, just wait for what's ahead. We've barely scratched the surface. Do me a favor, hit that like button right now if you're learning something new. And if you want more hidden ski destinations every week, subscribe to Explore World AI. Seriously, you'll thank me later. Now back to the mountains. Number 4 is absolutely wild. Number 4 is La Grave, France. This isn't a ski resort. It's a mountain with a lift attached. There are no groomed runs, no ski patrol, no marked trails, no beginner areas, no safety nets of any kind. La Grave has one gondola that climbs 2,150 vertical meters up La Mage Glacier, then abandons you at 3,200 meters elevation in genuinely life-threatening terrain. From there, you're on your own. Expert skiers call this the most dangerous ski area in the world that's legally accessible. Here's why billionaires are obsessed. La Grave offers something that disappeared from skiing decades ago: genuine risk. In an era where every resort is sanitized, insured, and dumbed down for tourists, La Grave remains authentically wild. One wrong decision means death. Avalanches kill skiers here regularly. The mountain doesn't care about your wealth or status. Here's what most people miss. La Grave has no official ski patrol because French law doesn't require it on ungroomed terrain. You're legally responsible for your own safety. This means the gondola operator can't be sued when someone dies, and people do die. Since 1980, La Grave has claimed over 70 lives. The locals don't hide this statistic. They're proud of it. It keeps the wrong people away. The village of La Grave has 500 residents. There's one grocery store, a few mountain guide companies, some basic hotels. No luxury accommodations exist because the clientele doesn't want them. Wealthy extreme skiers who come here stay in simple rooms, hire local guides who have skied these faces for 40 years, and spend days descending couloirs with names like Trifids and Chancel. routes that appear in mountaineering documentaries, not ski magazines. The lift ticket costs €53, but hiring a qualified guide costs €400–600 per day. That's the real price of admission, not money, but acknowledging you need help staying alive. Best insider knowledge: only ski la grave with a UIAGM certified guide and proper avalanche gear. This isn't negotiable. Number 3 is Revelstoke Mountain Resort, Canada. This British Columbia resort has North America's greatest vertical drop at 1,713 meters. That's over a full mile of skiing in a single run. It receives an average of 12 meters of champagne powder annually. It has cat skiing and heli-skiing access right from the resort base. Yet somehow, Revelstoke remains relatively unknown outside serious skiing circles. Here's why. Revelstoke is isolated. The nearest major city is Calgary, 4.5 hours east through mountain, passes that close during storms. This geographic remoteness creates a natural barrier that casual tourists won't cross. For wealthy powder hounds, though, this isolation is precisely the appeal. They fly private into Kelowna, helicopter to Revelstoke, and disappear into terrain that would be closed at any other resort. Here's what most people miss. Revelstoke's permit area includes backcountry terrain that dwarfs the resort's already massive inbound acreage. With a guide, you can access zones where you'll see no other human tracks for days. The resort operates cat skiing on Mount Mackenzie and couloir cat skiing across 7,800 acres of guided terrain. Then there's heli-skiing through Selkirk Tangiers, accessing 200,000 acres of glacier-fed bowls. This combination, resort, cat skiing, and heli-skiing from one base, doesn't exist anywhere else in North America at this quality level. The town of Revelstoke has 8,000 residents and genuinely functions as a railroad town, not a tourist destination. The downtown has hardware stores and mining supply shops alongside ski rental places. Locals work for the railroad or timber companies. Skiing is secondary. This authenticity creates an atmosphere that's immune to the Instagram crowd. Wealthy skiers stay at the Sutton Place Hotel, the only luxury property which has just 112 rooms. That's it. No condos, no timeshares, limited capacity by design. And here's the controversial part. Revelstoke's season pass holders actively discourage social media posts about the resort. There's an unspoken rule: you don't blow up the spot. People who post powder day videos on Instagram get unfollowed by the local community. Best time to visit: January for the deepest powder and coldest temperatures, which keep the snow quality pristine. Other skiers discover these mountains. And subscribe to Explore World AI for more hidden destinations every week. All right, let's finish strong. Number 2 will shock you. Number 2 is actually within the famous Arlberg ski area, but it's not St. Anton, Lech, or Zures. It's St. Christoph, a tiny hamlet at 1,800 meters elevation that most people drive through without stopping. St. Christoph has exactly 3 buildings: a hospice founded in 1386, the famous Hospice Hotel, and the Ski Arlberg Center. That's it, no village, no town, just 3 structures at a high mountain pass. Yet this location offers direct access to the entire 305-kilometer Arlberg ski area while maintaining complete anonymity. Here's why billionaires choose it. St. Christoph is technically a pass, not a destination. Most skiers stay in St. Anton or Lech, then ski through St. Christoph on their way somewhere else. But those who know stay at the Hospice Hotel, a 120-room property that's been family-owned since 1386. This hotel has hosted European royalty, Olympic champions, and billionaires who value privacy above all else. You won't find their names in the guest registry. The hotel doesn't advertise. Reservations happen through personal referrals. Here's what most people miss. Staying in St. Christoph puts you first on the mountain. When lifts open at 8 a.m., you're already there while skiers from St. Anton are still commuting up. By 9 a.m., you've skied fresh lines that won't be touched again all day. The Valuga Peak, the highest point in the Arlberg at 2,811 meters, sits directly above St. Christoph. The final cable car to the summit only allows 4 skiers at a time and requires a guide. This creates a natural bottleneck that limits access to the most extreme terrain. But if you're staying at the hospice, the guides know you. They take you up first. The skiing from the Valuga summit includes mandatory 45-degree descents through terrain where falls mean 1,000-meter slides. This isn't recreational skiing, it's mountaineering with skis. And that's exactly what this crowd wants. The location also offers something unique. You can ski to Zuurs, Lech, or St. Anton and return, experiencing 3 distinct mountain cultures in one day while basing yourself in complete isolation. Best insider tip: book the Hospice Hotel 18 months in advance and request a south-facing room with Valuga views. Number 1 is something different entirely. It's not a traditional resort you can book. It's a private skiing operation in Norway's Lyngen Alps that doesn't have a public name. Locals just call it the Island Operation. Here's what you need to know. A Norwegian billionaire purchased exclusive rights to heli-skiing access on certain peaks in the Lyngen Peninsula and built a private compound that accommodates just 12 guests at a time. You cannot book this online. You cannot call and make a reservation. You need a personal introduction from an existing client, and even then, you're vetted. Weeks can be purchased for roughly $95,000, which includes helicopter transport from Tromsø, lodging, guides, gourmet meals, and unlimited heli-skiing across terrain that has never been commercially developed. Here's why this represents the ultimate ski secrecy. The operation doesn't advertise, doesn't appear in any booking systems, and operates under tourism permits that don't require public disclosure. The Norwegian government allows limited heli-skiing in the Lyngen Alps, but most operations are small, certified guide services. This one is different. It's a fully private outfit that happens to comply with regulations while serving exclusively ultra-high net worth individuals. Here's what most people will never know. The skiing here rivals Alaska's Chugach Range for vertical relief and snow quality, but with easier access and more consistent weather windows. The Lyngen Alps rise straight from the Arctic Ocean to elevations over 1,800 meters, creating massive vertical descents through terrain that transitions from alpine to maritime climates. This means deep snow with complex avalanche conditions requiring expert guides. The 12-person maximum isn't just about exclusivity, it's about safety. The guides can only supervise that many skiers in this terrain. Every descent requires avalanche assessment, route planning, and helicopter coordination. You're not on a resort, you're on a private mountaineering expedition with skis. The compound itself is off-grid, powered by generators and heated by wood-burning systems. No Wi-Fi, no cell service, complete disconnection. Guests have included tech CEOs, European aristocracy, and professional athletes who want to ski genuinely unexplored terrain without any public record. The operation photographs nothing, posts nothing, and maintains absolute discretion. Best time: March through early May, when daylight extends to 18 hours and the snowpack stabilizes slightly, though stable in Lingen is relative. From Colorado's ungroomed wilderness to Norway's private Arctic peaks, these resorts prove that true luxury in skiing isn't about champagne bars or designer boutiques. It's about silence, solitude, and snow that hasn't been touched. Number 1 shocked even me when I learned it exists. If this journey opened your eyes to how the ultra-wealthy actually ski, hit that like button and drop a comment with your favorite. Subscribe to Explore World AI. Next week, we're revealing hidden luxury hotels you've never heard of. The adventure continues.